Hi, my fabulous Aquarius. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So guys, I do want to get some messages for you for the month of September 2021. Let's just dive into it, shall we? I'm going to start off with my Illumination Oracles deck just to kind of get overall vibes for you all for the month of September. Let's see what we've got, shall we? Oh, what messages do we have for my lovely Aquarians? Okay. So earlier, I did my little shuffle, and then when I started, it didn't start recording. Fixing what's broken came out twice. It came out when I was shuffling and when I split the deck, and it was at the bottom of the deck. Fortunately, I started all over again. Yay. Don't you just love it? Technology is not my strong point, and I'm telling this to my Aquarians. So sorry, guys. It's awful. All right, so let's see what flew out. We have balancing the situation. Okay. Growth and expansion. And read. To me, this is read between the lines. Bottom of the deck, we've got making plans. And I'm going to count it because it was there earlier. It was that fixing what's broken. Because I feel for some of you that is kind of like, that definitely coincides with this balancing the situation. But let's get to it and let's find out more, shall we? We're going to start off with my Aleister Crowley Thoth deck. Love this deck. I've had this for like 20 years. We're just super duper connected. So let's see what's going on with you. What's crossing you. Recent past, future, thoughts, subconscious. What's going on around you that you're aware, that you're not aware of, that you are aware of, have some fears, and then ultimately our potential outcome. Okay, bottom of the deck, Three of Swords, sorrow. It's kind of my card of heartbreak, sorrow. Interesting. So the energy that you're kind of standing in right now, guys, is this Tower energy. I feel like there's a lot of upheaval. Things have definitely been shaking up. You know, everybody's afraid of the Tower card. You know, like, oh my God, it's so dramatic and so much trauma. You know, I don't get that here. I don't get that. It's not always terrifying. It's not always trauma and life traumatic. Now, for some of you, it may be. You know, they might be dealing with a lot of upheaval, but it just means that something had to change. Something had to disrupt and interrupt the peace, per se, in order to kind of bring something new about. You know? So, and you have a choice. And so a lot of times, not so much in this deck, but in a lot of these decks, the Tower card, you've got someone that is, you've got the Tower that's on flames, on fire, and you've got smoke coming out of the side, parts of it are crumbling, and you typically will see an image of like someone like kind of lingering in the window, like thinking about jumping, or do I stay, or what do I do? And then you've got another person that's leapt to their death outside the Tower. They're like, screw this, I'm out, it's over. You know, and really what that's saying here with the Tower card is, you know, you have a choice. You had a choice. You knew that something was coming. You knew something was needed to be changed and something needed to be different, and you chose to stay. And so now you're faced with the decision of either burning or leaping to your death. So to me, it's kind of like a warning, but it doesn't always have to be bad. We'll get more clarification on this. But it's just interesting that that's the energy you're standing in. And then above that, you have you have the evil eye standing above. You know, it's also like the psychic eye, the eye that all-seeing, all-knowing. What's interesting is the energy that's crossing you, and this is, I find this comical, is the sun. Like literally the happiest card in the deck out there. Leo energy, and then you're dealing with Neptune or Pluto, Scorpio energy. But yeah, what's interesting is that having that sun crossing you is like, this is like the happiest thing. And so what I'm kind of seeing here is, you know, right now in your current situation, you're in this tower mode, in this tired tower. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. Been doing a lot of readings. This tower energy, and it's like you're kind of stuck in that spot and you're not seeing the great things that are right in front of you. So I love that, actually. I think that's great. I mean, if all energies be blocking you, the sun, yes, please. As far as energy and recent past energy, we've got the Princess of Discs. Capricorn, Taurus, could be Virgo energy. But this is definitely more energy of like just really focusing on work, on a project, more grounding, very practical matters. Energy that you're moving towards near future is this Eight of Swords energy, interference. This is definitely my card of kind of being stuck in your head, stuck in your thoughts. I feel like in this month for September, you're kind of really overthinking things a lot. And, you know, it's like you're overthinking things, but you're not communicating these thoughts and all that's going on in the head. As far as your subconscious, what's really going on here is a Six of Swords, science. And this deck is so different than a lot of your other traditional tarot, but usually like Six of Swords is kind of choosing to move on after difficulty. And here with the science card, it's almost like, okay, going back to the drawing board. Going to the drawing board and let's see something else to find out it's more intellectual here than typical Rider Waite. And so here it's more about, you know, let's go back to the drawing board and let's see what formula does work. You know, kind of, it's a little bit more intellectual, which definitely speaks to you. And this is air energy. And this is Aquarius energy right there. So the energy that your thoughts, this month, we've got the Three of Wands. So I feel like you've got an idea of what you want to do, a sense of direction of what you want to do. You're just still stuck in your head. As far as what the energy you're in that you're not aware of, you're really in your element this month. You're in the star card. The star card here is you. You know, this is my card of hopes and dreams and prayer. And I feel like as far as I feel like you're working towards, you know, I'm kind of surprised I don't have the Magician here because I feel like this is very much dreamy, really working to aspire towards something here. I feel like this is a card of like staying up at night and like thinking and dreaming and daydreaming and yeah, like wishing upon a star. See how she's got the full moon behind her, and she's got the one chalice that she's spilling back into the river, and the other one she's holding up to the moon and kind of pouring behind her. Could be even her showering it on herself too with the moon water too, which I love. And then energy that you're aware of is, yeah, you've made up your mind on something. Two of Wands, Dominion. This is like definitely like I've made up my mind, and I love that because here I've got that I'm taking action. So that's kind of great because I feel like this is great because we're trying to get out of this Eight of Swords energy here. As far as hopes and fears, we have the Lust card here. Also is considered the Strength card. Leo energy again. So you might be dealing with a Leo this month. And you know, this is a card of a lot of like sexual attraction, but it's also too, if you look at this card, you know, if you look at the images here, this is like a 7-headed lion. And so she's having to tame all the different aspects of this beast, we'll call it. And, you know, she's not standing by it. No, she's actually tamed this beast enough to where she's actually riding it. She's on it. And she's kind of like holding up this very, almost like this womb. And it's like ideas and this birth of energy. And I love that. But I feel like for you, this is something that's very scary. I feel like something that's kind of very timid, like you're very afraid of. maybe you're afraid of taking action. Maybe you're afraid of calming the beast or taming the beast. We'll find out. Yeah, potential outcome. We've got the Two of Swords piece, but this is also very much, kind of feeling very stuck. When I have the Two of Swords, usually this is energy that's having a hard time seeing things in front of them. And so that there's like kind of a block. So let's get to it and let's see what we got going on here. Clarify. We've got the Modern Witch Tarot we're going to clarify with. First things first, let's clarify that Tower, right? Well, that just flew out. Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there's definitely... The Tower, I feel like this is definitely about marriage or a partnership here. And really this need for balance of give and take. Six of Pentacles is all about give and take. And here, she's got the one bigger present. She's handing the one child and handing the smaller one to another. And it's like, oh, I've got two here and three for you and then one for me. It's also my card of charity. And so having this is like, I feel like that's something that you're needing, is kind of needing to restore balance, which is interesting because we have balancing the situation. That was the first thing that came out. And I say that in marriage or in relationships or in a partnership is because I've got the Hierophant here, which is all about commitments, documents, partnerships coming together. Let's clarify this Sun as to why is the Sun blocking Aquarius? Next card, literally. Seven of Wands. Wow. You're refusing to see something. You're refusing to see the light. Interesting. And this is also Leo energy, which is, there's a lot of Leo and fire here for you, Aquarius. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And underneath that, I've got Two of Wands. I'm getting very strongly, no, I've made up my mind. And so what I'm kind of getting is you're really stuck in this. I feel like you're kind of stuck in the past a little bit, Aquarius. You're kind of stuck in your old ways is kind of what I'm getting. And it doesn't surprise me because I've got the Princess of Discs in the past, and she's kind of always done things the same way. And she doesn't really try new things because it's always worked for her in the past. And so that makes a lot of sense as to why we've got this Tower here. And then I feel like you're really fighting a change is what I'm really getting with this Sun. It's like new and different and exciting and awesomeness and enlightenment and just so much happier. I mean, everybody's happy here. You have every zodiac, and it all revolves around the Sun. I love that. But here you are fighting it off. Fighting it off, being defensive, and bottom of the deck is that Two of Wands again, which is here, which is twice now. So some of you I feel like you got information or like a message because she's holding a cell phone or an email. You can see she's holding that cell phone there. Yeah, and it's like change is coming and this is new and different and exciting. And we're all super duper excited about it. And you're like, I'm not thrilled. Sorry, guys. I'm just telling it like it is. Well, okay. So tell me a little bit more about this Princess of Discs in the recent past for Aquarius. I feel like my cards have really been talking. No? Okay. Try one more time on that. There we go. King of Wands. I'm laughing not because of what the cards were, but I'm just laughing because when the cards repeat themselves, it's like, I said what I said, okay? Listen, bitch. So clarifying the Princess of Discs, we have the King of Wands. Again, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Someone very, very creative, very charismatic. And then at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Sun again. Yeah, and then I've got the Knight of Swords, which is like kind of you rushing in. It's like, wait a minute, nope, like I'm not having these ideas here. Nope, not vibing with it. Yeah, I feel like there's like this clash. You're clashing with the Sun right now, and I hate to say it, with the Tower here, there's not much you can do at that point to, like, you have to kind of let that Tower moment happen. So as far as your subconscious, I'm going to clarify the Six of Swords. Okay. I love that. So Six of Swords, and then I've got Page of Swords clarifying that, which is great because this is like, you know, I just told you earlier, like this is very much more going back to the drawing board, kind of like, okay, let's move past this problem and let's try to work on it. And here I've got that Page of Swords. It's like, okay, new ideas, more communication, which is great because I feel like these ideas are starting to, like, you're wanting to like talk about things. You're wanting to start up new ideas. Pages are trying to come up with a new way of thinking, a way of communicating, the new ideas, fresh ideas. I love that. And then underneath that, I've got Temperance. So I feel like you're really struggling with this, but give it time. Give it time. I feel like we'll see, but I kind of feel like you're a little frustrated because I feel like things are moving faster than you want them to, or maybe everything is progressing and you're still not ready for that, is kind of what I'm getting. As far as your thoughts, I don't feel like I need to clarify that. That Three of Wands is pretty clear, pretty straightforward for me. But I do want to clarify this Eight of Swords and why we're so stuck in our head in near future energy. Six of Wands. Okay. Six of Wands is you're wanting recognition because you're kind of frustrated. You're frustrated, you're a little disappointed with the way things have been working out in the recent past. That, or you're a little disappointed as to where things are going right now. You're not liking it. And the Six of Wands is all about recognition, you know, coming in at like victory, which is great. But I feel like you're afraid of, you're stuck in your head. You're afraid of moving forward, and like if you're a little hesitant about this, Aquarius, because yeah, it's kind of scary, and you're like, I'm kind of going out on a limb here, and things have not been so awesome. And I feel like you've kind of been in a timeout, or you're wanting a timeout. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Clarify this Star as far as energy that Aquarius is in that they're not aware of. Tell me a little bit more about the Star. Okay, got two. You're wanting things to go back the way they used to be. You're wanting things to go back to the way they used to be, whether this is at work or in a relationship. Because I've got the Star here, like I said. You're wanting things to go back the way they used to be, but I feel also too that things eventually will fall back in place is what I'm getting. Because I've got the Six of Cups, which is my card of nostalgia. It's also my card of children and innocence. So, and that, clarifying that Star, which is all about hopes and dreams and all of that. And then having this Four of Pentacles, which is like really like just having a hard time letting go of things. And then, yeah, you've got to let go of the old ways. I'm sorry, Aquarius, but times are changing is what I'm getting, because I've got Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck. So I'm just going to say this. So it's interesting you have the Science card for your subconscious, right? To me, this is also technology too. This is technology, and technology moves so fast, right? Like you buy perfect example. I was watching Three's Company the other day. Like, I know, I was just watching it, catching up, like what we watch during when we eat dinner. And they were talking about, like, Mrs. Roper had brought down the Polaroid camera. And Chrissy and Janet were like, oh, this is so great. Let's take a picture. And they're like, tell me about, like, how does it work? And they're like, oh, you take it, you click it, and then you wait a minute, and then the picture comes out. And I'm thinking, that's so funny, because we're like, oh my God, you know, sitting and eating, watching Three's Company. We're like, that's so funny. Like, that's so back in the day, you know. And you think about it, like, you buy a camera now, and in a year, it's already outdated. Whereas back then, that was like top of the line. And she was like, Mrs. Roper was like, oh, I haven't used it in 3 years because I thought I was going to go places. That's kind of what I'm getting here. You know, in the back of your mind, in your subconscious, Aquarius, I'm bringing this back home, is you've got to stay current. You got to stay current. You've got to start doing things a certain way. And it's frustrating because it's new and it's different, and you've always done things the way you've done them. But I mean, look at this chick here, right? Obviously, if she had a wheelbarrow to carry all 10 of these wands, her back would not be breaking. Her back would not be in pain. So she's kind of doing the old way of doing things. You know, she's kind of taking on an antiquated, out-of-date approach to things. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. With this 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, it's like, God, I really wish it was the way it used to be. Well, we can't always, things are never always going to stay the same. I actually had a boss tell me that a long time ago, is the only thing that ever stays consistent is that things will always change. And that really actually helped me a lot, because I'm a Leo, but I struggle with change. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, and so it's just like, I struggle with change, and it would freak me out. So it's that helps, right? So it's like, obviously, like, if she had a wheelbarrow, life would be so much easier. She'd get to her castle so much quicker. Yeah, and then as far as energy that's around you that you're aware of, I don't feel like I need to clarify it. This 2 of Wands is like, you know you need to do it. You know you need to take that step. But I do want to clarify this Lust card for your hopes and fears. You are holding on, aren't you? This is 9 of Wands in reverse. It just came out. So it's interesting because we just had the 10 of Wands. I mean, there's so many wands here. It's crazy, guys. It's like all fire. It's nuts. But yeah, look at this. So here it's like just before the 10 of Wands, like she's standing there with all those wands. She's like, all right, I know I gotta move these suckers. They're big, they're heavy, it's gonna suck, and it's hot out. I'm gonna be sweaty. Well, here we go. Well, if you just grab the wheelbarrow, you would have half your day, like, to yourself. You know, you get this shit done by lunchtime, but here you are, stuck like, You know, and this is upright, so it had it in reverse. So that's, to me, that's telling me you're really fighting this. You're fighting things tooth and nail. And at the bottom of that deck again is the High Priestess. Like, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. Pisces energy. I want one more card to clarify that. I want one more card. So give me a little more info for my Aquarians. Another one came out in reverse. This has got you so stuck that, like, you're not thinking about anything emotional right now. You're just so, you're like, if this is in regards to a relationship, I think that either you or your person, you're afraid of being emotionally available, because 9 of Cups just came in reverse. Now, if this is not in regards to a relationship, I just feel very much that you're stuck doing things in the old way, and you're so afraid of switching it up and doing things differently. But again, guys, this was another one that came up, growth and expansion. Just, you know, bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. So again, this is the first time I'm seeing cups, honestly. Well, no, I've had the 6 of Cups here with the star. But, you know, there's so much fire here. It's really dominating everything. Fire and swords. But, yeah, it's like if there is a relationship here, someone here is not being emotionally available or is afraid of being emotionally available. And I feel like the other person's afraid they're going to pack up and move on. 8 of Cups. Oh, clarify 2 of Swords for potential outcome. Okay, guys. Bottom of the deck, I've got 7 of Pentacles, and what flew out was the Tower sideways. So this is your warning. Again, I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm not coming down on you guys, but it's just, like I said earlier, you know, and this depicts the exact image I was showing you earlier. You know, here they're having to leap to the death, and here they've died. You know, and it's the smoke and the fire and all that. It's if you choose to not go with the flow, and if you're not going with the universe is going to take matter into its own hands anyways. So if you choose not to take moves forward, let you know you need to. Universe is like, I've been waiting around for Aquarius to make their move, and they're being super duper stubborn AF. So we're going to shake it up because, yeah. I don't like closing on that note, so I do want to find out if you guys were to take initiative, if you guys make your move this month, what's going to be our outcome? What's going to happen for Aquarius? If Aquarius takes initiative this month, okay. Well, there we go. There's going to be a lot more calm. It's going to be a lot more peaceful. I've got the Hermit here, Virgo energy. You know, I see you kind of like, just kind of pulling back your energy. I feel it's so much calmer. Kind of finding your own, like, this is very introspective. And then underneath that, I've got the Page of Cups, which is like a love offer. Could be an apology. Which is great because in hopes and fears, you're afraid of you're afraid of someone being emotionally unavailable or not feeling like you can be emotionally available. Well, that's definitely something to work with. Yeah. Guys, and then under that, I've got the Lovers, partnership, Gemini energy, coming together. Right? Because I had the Hierophant here earlier, which I said it was all about there is a relationship or a partnership. Finally, there is love here. Had to do some digging. But, yeah. If it's not, it's a partnership. It's coming together. Things are coming together. But right now, guys, you're blocking yourself. 2 of Swords, the Tower. We're going right back to the Tower moment. And if you don't learn your lesson from this Tower moment, you're going to have another Tower moment. Plain and simple. So I love this. I love this direction, this alternate direction of, you know, kind of like finding and discovering yourself. You know, here we were talking about antiquated things. Here she is, and she's kind of like shutting off the laptop, and she's kind of like, I'm going to go read a book. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to go Netflix and chill. And then you're getting this love offer. You know, you're not stressing yourself out as much. Because you're really shutting yourself off from the outside world and from, yeah, things that are stressing you out. Guys, I hope this has been helpful. I do want to close out with some messages from my Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Just to get some overall messages for you for the month of September. What messages do we have for Aquarius? for the month of September. Let's give Aquarius some guidance for the month of September. I can't make this up. I just can't. 25, Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. And then 40, we have Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. I like that. I like that because, you know, you think about it. Sorry, something's in my eye. You know, you think about like, oh my God, I've got to get from point A to point B, and it's so big and scary and such a big jump. I don't know if I can do it. Well, it's kind of like just take baby steps. You know, maybe you don't have to take that one big step. Someone showed me like I don't, where was it? I saw it. It was, I don't know what it was. It was, I don't know where I saw it, but I think it was like a meme or something I had seen. Like on Instagram, and it was kind of like a grid, and it's like got this cartoon figure, and he's standing in front of a ladder, and the ladder has 3 steps to the top of this pile that he's trying to get to, and the first step is like way high, and it's like half his height, and he's just kind of like, you know, and it's got expression marks like, how the heck am I gonna get there? I don't know. So he's just kind of standing there. And then in the next grid, you've got the same guy, and he's in front of another ladder, but it's got like 8 steps. So the first step is a lot lower, and it's still getting him to the same top, but it's just, you know, he doesn't have to take that huge leap. And so he's looking at it, and he's got the exclamation point like, aha. And then at the bottom, it's got the last grid where he's like, looking at the 8-step ladder, and he's starting to take that first step. So long story short, sorry guys, I digress. That kind of is what I'm getting with the Mouse Spirit. You know, it's like, take baby steps. It's okay if something's new and different and scary. You can tame the beast in a slow and steady fashion. It doesn't have to be quick and fast and overnight. It doesn't have to be one giant leap. And I love this learn from the past, because we've been talking about nostalgia in the past and being antiquated, right? Learn our lessons. Don't be left behind in the past is what I'm getting to. Don't get left behind. Okay. All right, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated with you all. If it does, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff that helps me pick up on other people's energy, on your energy, and it just helps circulate in general. I do wish you guys all the best, and have a wonderful, wonderful month. Till then.